So we got a table full of home remedies for skunk smell right here.
And some professional ones.
Yeah, well, we got the tomato paste, we got your hydrogen peroxide baking soda vinegar mixture, we've got your feminine hygiene products, dish soap, beer.
Are we drinking the beer or are we cleaning with it?
Well, if we get clean with it, we'll have one later. It's one of those things I'm not looking forward to.
Yeah, there's no excuse for getting out of this one, is there? It's not dangerous.
Nope.
As far as I'm aware, it's just unpleasant.
In fact, that reminds me, we need a bucket in case, you know, my ham sandwich comes back up.
Unpleasantness gets too much.
Yeah, exactly. All right, I'm gonna get a bucket.
Skunks, huh?
I'm not looking forward to this.
All we need is a skunk. Enter the guys from Critter Control. Jeff wrangles nuisance wildlife for a living, and skunks are high on the list. Amazingly, he has never been sprayed.
But I mean, it's an occupational hazard, so you must know some of the many old wives' tales about how to get rid of the smell of a skunk.
Well, yeah, there's one with the hydrogen peroxide and baking soda and liquid dish soap. That's probably pretty good for pets.
Now, the most famous one that we've all heard all our lives is, of course, tomato juice. Can you tell us about that?
Well, if you like red dogs, you know.
Until I'm wearing clothes that were bought by the production, I'm going to stand over here.
That cage will stay somewhere dark and quiet while everyone prepares to do battle with the putrid smell.
Does he look happy?
The crew's taking no chances. It's wall-to-wall protective suits and nose plugs.
Okay, I think I'm ready.
Our stars, however, are going for a more relaxed, outdoorsy feel.
You know, for some reason, I realize that we're going to get sprayed by a skunk somewhere in the very near future. But what I'm thinking about more is, wow, I'm just about to have, like, gallons of tomato sauce poured all over me.
Is that appealing?
No, not at all.
Adam, if that's what's worrying you, you obviously never had a dose of Ode to Skunk. Skunk musk is secreted in 2 grape-sized glands at the base of the tail and can be aimed with deadly accuracy over several feet. The noxious liquid is made up of a rancid recipe of chemicals called thiols. Thiols are the compounds that cause decomposing flesh and feces to smell bad. Thiols are activated by water molecules, so trying to wash out the skunk smell only results in more skunk smell.
It's the kind of thing that you really have to experience to understand the problem.
My vote is going to go for the home remedy of hydrogen peroxide, baking soda, and dish soap. I think that probably has the highest chance of actually neutralizing the smell on a chemical level and cleaning it off my body.
I'm also curious about the commercial stench remover, skunk remover, because, you know, it's guaranteed. And so it ought to work.
Okay, it's time for our guest star to kick up a stink.
What's the typical trajectory? They like lift their tail and then it kind of, does it come up?
Tail. Yeah, I mean, they'll aim.
They'll aim.
And you'll tell when they're being threatened.
Yeah.
They'll start pouncing with their front feet. That's a warning.
Hey, you know, I haven't asked this before, but does their scent, like, burn when it hits your skin?
No.
Okay, good. Now, come on, you gotta stay near his, you know, business end.
You'd think it wouldn't be too difficult, getting a skunk to fire off a couple of rounds. Jamie and Adam are primed for a point-blank blast of malodorous musk. But this skunk is remaining calm, cool, and collected.
Have you ever had a skunk spray in a cage? Is there something that, you know...
What you want to do is probably get your hand moving behind.
In front of his face?
Well, behind, yeah, so you can see it.
Watch out, everyone, I've got a loaded skunk! This is how you hypnotize a skunk.
Come on, bud. Come on, left eye, bud.
Jimmy, I think you should start singing.
You know, they say never work with children or animals.
These skunks hate the sounds of industry.
The Mythbusters are trying everything.
Hammers, drills, drives them crazy.
But there's not even a single squalid squirt.
Do we have another skunk?
We ended up with one of those friendly skunks.
We had a bit of a letdown, you know. We got ourselves all psyched to get skunked.
We managed to find Buddha reincarnated as a skunk. It was like we couldn't do anything to get him to go.
Nothing happened. What are you going to do? You know, we couldn't hurt or even seriously harass the poor thing. Hey. Well, it doesn't work. Can we go now?
The reluctant skunk actually foiled our attempts to get sprayed the other day. What's on the agenda now? What do we do?
Well, we've got 2 more skunks coming, and, you know, one can only assume that sooner or later we're going to get one that works. And just in case that doesn't work, we have a backup, which is odeur de skunk. It's synthetic skunk.
But it's the same stuff as the skunk scent?
It's chemically identical. Smells like it to me from here.
Oh, man. I might lose my lunch today. So there's just no way we're escaping getting sprayed.
Nope. We're going to stink, no matter what.
All in the name of science.
Adam and Jamie have a table full of products that are supposed to bust the stink of skunk. But they need a skunk with more spunk. The Critter Control man returns.
Hey, you got a couple of stinkers for us?
Well,
today?
I got one. Yes.
You got one?
It's a female.
All right.
I think it's smaller.
Ready?
Hey.
The boys go into their skunk scaring routine. But once again, unbelievably, they come up smelling of roses.
Well, Jamie, once again, we've proved something radical on Mythbusters, that skunks apparently don't spray.
It's possible that this little girl's out of ammo. A skunk's scent glands hold about a tablespoon of musk. When the tank's empty, it can take up to 10 days to produce more. Time to sample the synthetic smell. Distilled disgust. Vials of vile stench.
And it's not even out yet.
These are actually sealed glass little things, huh?
I believe. Yeah, I believe they are.
Well,
I'm as ready as I'll ever be, which is not that not that ready.
Christine won our competition to become a myth turn. Right now, she's probably wishing she hadn't.
oh yeah, there's a big wet spot right there.
Oh, well, rub it in, of course. Man, that is the stuff.
Maybe this might inspire our shy skunk to join in.
What do you think, girl? Does it smell familiar, huh?
Yeah, don't know what to make of this, do you? Just like, these guys are ugly, but they smell great.
But now, there's another problem. This bad smell isn't hanging around.
It's wearing off really fast. I mean, either that or I'm getting used to it, which is really disturbing.
Turns out the substitute's no substitute for the real thing. Sorry, guys, you'll have to find a skunk.
You know, I'm sorry to see this little guy go. I really kind of got attached to him.
Don't worry, guys. Skunk number 3 is on its way. The challenge sounded simple. Get sprayed by a skunk and test a batch of home remedies for removing the smell. Trouble is, the Mythbusters just can't get sprayed.
What we want is a little bit of this.
This skunk's from a different supplier.
We think we've tried everything.
I'll tell you, I have not found it difficult. All you got to do is expose that thing. Right now, it's covered, and when you take that off, it's going to feel threatened.
So you think we're going to get sprayed?
Yeah, absolutely. I'd be shocked if you didn't.
Well, Regan, prepare to be shocked.
That is a really good bark.
Maybe it's just the wrong season for skunk spray.
I've never seen it happen this
It's
way.
incredible. I mean, this is third time.
There's only one option left. Let the skunk out of its cage and see if it will spray when cornered in a confined space.
Thanks for putting it in the women's bathroom.
Hey, oh my God, look out! Woo! Loosen him up. Oh, he squirted. Yeah, he definitely squirted.
Yeah, I can
You smell it?
Bad.
And finally,
Squirted my shoe. The only thing I didn't want him to squirt, he squirted. Come on.
never seen anyone so happy to be skunked.
Finally, we smell foul. I'm totally psyched. Oh, skunk, get away.
At last, a chance to test our skunk smell remedies. Remedy number 1, an old-time favorite, tomato juice.
Jamie, marinade. Wow, this is like performance art.
Now, not only do they stink, they're pink. Mythbuster builder Scotty has volunteered to be the nose that knows.
Woo! No, that's not skunk.
You know, I can't really tell for sure. I mean, Scotty didn't smell anything on us, and we got sprayed, so, you know, it seems like it must have done something.
Yeah.
So it's goodbye to Regan and his skunk, and hello, Plan B.
It's so hard to get the skunk to spray. I mean, we feel relatively fine now, but the bathroom where we had the skunk, it reeks. So I think we ought to finish the test in here, use some of our substances in here, and see what we can clean up.
Beer.
Will beer de-skunk, or will it be debunked?
What are you doing? You're spraying it all over the floor. That's going to help. You start at the top and you work down.
It's hard being Jamie sometimes.
Humans are very sensitive to thiols, the chemicals in skunk spray. We can detect them in minute quantities, parts per billion. In fact, a sulfur thiol is added to odorless natural gas, just so we can detect leaks.
It smells like the men's room in a dive bar.
Yeah, but like a dive bar frequented by skunks?
Got that skunky beer smell.
It's skunky though still?
It's slightly skunky.
The beer hasn't helped.
The beer covers it up a little bit. Like I said, it smells like the boys' room.
All right, so beer, busted.
It seems those thiols are still working their magic. We're down to our second to last test.
Okay, it's 2 answers.
Hydrogen peroxide, baking soda, and just a squirt of dishwashing liquid.
Better, worse?
Better.
Worse? Really?
Yes,
A lot better.
a lot better. It smells very clean.
Home remedy might have worked.
Yeah.
When the peroxide, baking soda, and soap mix, they release a storm of oxygen molecules. Those molecules bond with the thiols in the skunk spray and change their chemical makeup, neutralizing their smell in the process. In fact, it's worked so well that the bathroom has to be re-skunked for the final test. Adam uses up the last of the synthetic skunk stink.
All right, so what is this stuff?
Commercial skunk remover.
Really?
Yeah.
It's made for this purpose. What does it smell like? It smells fruity. It smells orangey. Makes me kind of thirsty. Let's go for it. It reeks in here.
It's pretty good. Slight bit of skunk.
How did it compare to the home remedy of the last test?
I think the home remedy worked better.
The home remedy worked better than the commercial skunk remover.
I think so.
I think we've created another myth, though, here, Jamie.
That skunks won't spray Mythbusters?
Exactly. I'm ready to walk through the woods with impunity now. Skunks, look out!